Hey, what's going on? So I almost forgot. I don't want this to be taken as a complainer like, oh man, you could carry a little pouch, or you complaining about carrying little pouches and stuff like that. In real world circumstances, the more stuff you got to carry, the more difficult, the more pain it is. I don't care how small. I mean, even if you had a whole bunch of 100 small bags and one big bag, you rather carry one thing or it's all included. Now, somebody could easily say, just throw all these into a bag. You can, but you still have a whole bunch of little bags you're carrying around, and then you have to fumble and grab all these things. So let me give you an example of what I'm saying real quick again, because this video is too long. This is the pouch that it came with, right? This is for the wireless Go. Inside the wireless Go, it's only big enough to carry the transmitter and the receiver. That's it. It's not big enough to carry the dead cat. It's not big enough to carry the lavalier Go. It's not big enough to carry the charging cords that you may need when you're on the go. It sounds so simple, but that's my point. It is a simple solution that will make life in your job or whatever you're using the tools for so much easier. It'll make it seem like it's so convenient, I would say. Some people pay for convenience over certain other factors. You know what I mean? Just like some people will go to a store for customer service over the product that's maybe better at another store that has bad customer service. It makes a difference, trust and believe. So just having these and wondering where I'm going to put these, they may get lost in the sauce, put it somewhere else randomly. It makes a huge difference. If they would have something like this, even if they wanted to keep the same form factor, they could add pockets on the outside. So it'll be a fatter pouch where maybe you can slide these in, like little holes where you can slide them in, or the other side where you had a patch or something hanging off, like I said, or just a little bit bigger where it can hold everything. It's nothing like having a case that holds everything but one thing. It makes no sense to me. All right, let's get back to the video and end it.
Yeah. Jsean.
Hey, what's going on? This is Jsean. If you're into vlogging, into YouTube, self-filming for whatever reason, just something like this, let me just, I made a video prior of me doing a lot of talking though, less gear, more talking. And I talked about me picking up, it's more for convenience factor. So something like the wireless Go. If you're using a rig like this, I picked up the lavalier Go. Now, there are better microphones than this, obviously, but I tried my Sennheiser, which is a much higher quality lavalier in technical terms or in spec-wise and stuff like that. And when I used it, I don't know if it's the frequency response that they have naturally, but I think I have more low end in my Sennheiser. But for some reason with this unit, when I plugged it in, I had like a lisp, and it wasn't because I had like my goals in my mouth or anything like that. It just, it blocked out too much of the sibilant properties where it just sounded like a lisp. Now, this unit is very convenient. This is the microphone. You can clip it anywhere, right? Which is, it's cool. This would probably be more easy to use if it was like a rectangle shape, but it's not. So I'm not gonna wish it was. This lavalier, I hate to do this here, I'm gonna unplug it. Right now it's right here. I'm gonna just unplug it and just hold it right here so you get a difference in sound. So now it's unplugged. So now this is probably way too hot because it's so close, but I'm gonna try to calm my voice down. What I notice is that with the lavalier, oh, I'm peaking crazy. Let me hold it back here. What I notice, what level is this on? What I notice is the quality is very similar, except that you need a little more gain with the lavalier. And the other difference would be, you hear a smidget more background noise with this. Wrong finger. With this. The lavalier cuts down a little bit more background noise. It doesn't eliminate it, but it helps eliminate a little bit more. So for me, the sound quality is almost the same, to be honest with you. I don't think you would buy it for sound quality. I think you would buy this lavalier Go. And again, it's not the best audio quality, neither is this. You're not buying this for the best audio quality. What you're buying this for is the convenience factor, right? That's what I'm buying it for, at least. So I'm just passing the information to you. If you're all about convenience and compact, I think this is the way to go. And I have more expensive solutions and options. Rode has always been very good as customer service, etc. Except I only had one bad situation. I don't think it was necessarily their fault, like customer service. It was just a product that was changed due to manufacturing things that was going on with the other Rode wireless system. It's on an older video I did of mine, and I ended up turning away from it. And I liked it in the beginning, but it had a bad like frequency noise or something going on where I had to get rid of it, and they changed the microphone. Long story short, don't need to talk about it right now. I don't even use it. You get this for convenience. It's super convenient. a square box isn't necessarily convenient, but depending on what you're wearing, I mean, you can turn this, it's like rubberized inside of the clips. Forgive the noise handling sounds. You can clip it where you need to clip it. The problem is, depending on what you're wearing, it's kind of hard to clip it. Even though it is small, it's lightweight. It all depends on what you're wearing. So what I look at the wireless Lav Go is not necessarily for better audio quality, not necessarily to dim the noise back, because it's not that drastic of a difference in audio quality or noise reduction or background noise reduction. Let me plug this back in though. All right, so I'm back. So now with this, even when we talking a little louder, I don't have to be as sensitive because I turn the gain up on 2 here. I never like to max out anything on any device I have, speakers, microphones, whatever. I turn the volume on the internal volume of the camera only at like 3. And before I had it at 10, and I had this only on level 1. You should do it the opposite because a lot of times the in-camera microphones and preamps can be a bit noisy. So with that being said, the convenience factor of having this wire, and it's not too long. Some lavaliers are way longer than this. It's not as short as that people kind of made it seem, but I can let it, let me see, I'm 5'8". If I let it drop from my shirt, it's well past my knees, okay? It's probably like half the distance between my knee and my ankle with this dangling from the bottom. That's how long it is. So it's long enough, and it's not too long. And this camera is pointed too low. Let me see. Is that right? All right, it's good enough. So it's a convenience factor. So maybe with what I'm wearing, I could have clipped this in, but you have to remember the microphone now is like so close. It's under here. It might vibrate from your shirt. The vibration from just even your voice, your throat here is too close. I don't know. I mean, the lavalier is close, but I can't explain it, but it's different. This will probably be uncomfortable with this type of hoodie on. I'd have to probably unzip it or clip it here or something weird. What I did is with here, there's a string. Instead of clipping on this awkward sweater, I just clipped it onto my string. Now you could clip this, but it'll be a little bit silly and it might hang a little weird, it might bump, and it might actually cause noise. So with that being said, again, the audio quality is not really the defining factor in my opinion. The audio quality in the boxes, the unit itself is not the defining factor. It's a convenience thing. If you need the portability, the lightweight solution, something that has more of a line of sight type of thing, even though you can cover it up and it'll still work, obviously. I did do a test where I walked around, and when I was to my side, it made my voice vibrate. It sounded like I had auto tune on my voice. So if I said Rode video mic, it was like the Rode was wobbly, like Rode video mic, but it sounded real time, but it had that wobbly effect. I don't know why. I think it was a signal having a tough time trying to translate to the camera. I didn't even notice it until I put it in post. So with that being said, you just have to know the limitations. Now for me, if you need this for a straight professional use, you might want to get a better system. If you want it for vlogging where you're holding the camera and you're at arm's distance, or you're doing like YouTube videos where the camera's here and you got to walk a little bit, I think it's fine. It doesn't matter if you're turning around, whatever the case is, I think it's fine. I think it has a place, and I think that's more of the place for it. Just if your budget doesn't allow for a more expensive mic system, honestly, I will probably wait if you do like weddings or something like that, or something on that nature, corporate events, because you can never get that audio back. So if you're doing something where you're relying on the signal to reach the signal, not about audio quality, just the convenience and stability factor, you might want to spend a little more or just rent something. Because if you mess that up, I don't know what to tell you. You can't even cover that up in a corporate event or anything like that. But for personal like this, man, it's perfect. It's perfect. If you compare my in-office or in-studio videos with my RE20 mic, you'll hear a huge difference in quality sound. It sounds way better than this mic. But I don't really care because this has a purpose, and it's really to get the audio that's better than the in-camera. And the in-camera is going to sound half the goodness of this or more. Okay, so now to the thing that I would change about it. I hate videos that says, like I said earlier, I wish it was a rectangle. Yeah, but they're not going to do nothing about that. Maybe another implementation that might do it, but this is just my suggestion. If I wish it was different, I wish that it was like rectangular. Now, the thing that I want to ask for with Rode, because I know they're very heavy on social media and they tend to look at a lot of people's reviews of stuff like this. What I would like is when I have this on a lavalier, right? This is the microphone. Hopefully you can see it. You see it? It has like little rubber clips, and the microphone is exposed. It doesn't have a little foam windshield like this. It's exposed. The way that you clip something on is, and the other thing is I bought this at Best Buy. They found a problem with these windscreens, I don't know, last year, 9 months ago, 10 months, I don't know, a year, sometime last year. By now, you would think that they would have implemented the updated ones in the package. I bought it from Best Buy. Best Buy does, their restock is pretty current. It's like they sell out, they only carry a few of these at a time. And when they sell them, they restock them like, and I don't know, every couple weeks or something like that. So buying it today's date, a few days ago, a week ago, for it to still have the old one, that's kind of inconvenient. Now, even though you can register your product, go under mic, I think it is, microphone. And as soon as you register, it's gonna ask you for the program for this. So you just put your information in, put your receipt up, and they'll go ahead and send you the new ones. And it takes like a month or so. That's the thing, it takes a while. It is free, but it should have been included if you bought this in 2020, in my opinion. Even though the customer service is great, I just think that's an inconvenience factor. What if I bought this today because I needed it? Not talking about YouTube video, I'm talking about like a paid gig or something, right? For any type of creator out there or media specialist or whatever. But what if I needed this today and I bought it today thinking I was gonna use it today, and then it don't work. And now I gotta wait a whole month in order to use this. That's a big problem because I would have had to return it and buy something that I could use today. You get what I'm saying? So with that, I don't think that's really a good thing. It's good that they fixed the problem, but maybe like hand this off to people who use it. And I'm sure they do, maybe to some extent, but the people who use it in day to day, they could have figured out that, in my opinion, that this would have fell off. They could have figured that out like way before it even hit the shelves, in my opinion. So let me get back to my point. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, the system they have here where this clips on. Now, because I have a lavalier now, I throw this in my pocket or I clip it. Sometimes the easiest way, honestly, I just throw it in my pocket. The problem is when you throw something in your pocket, lint and stuff start, debris just from your pocket. And I have a clean pocket. These are actually new pants I'm wearing, right? It don't matter. Little debris will start building up into this microphone mesh grill, and then it'll start getting lodged in to the mesh grill. If they would design some type of push on little cover that you can easily peel off, I think that would be perfect. I mean, I would pay for it. Like, I don't think you should have to pay for it. It should come with it. But I'm just saying, if it was like a little, even a $5 little accessory to cover it, to protect it, because you're not always using it like this. And even if you use it like this and you store it, you're not always going to store it you're not always going to store it in a bag. And the other thing is, if you buy this and this goes with it, but you buy it separately or in a package, it's very inconvenient in real life when you're on the go, right? I mean, I'm buying a camera just because it has a built-in flip screen, a whole different setup just for the flip screen, right? That just should tell you something right there. People are willing to spend thousands of dollars for the convenience factor of having a built-in screen versus putting a monitor on and plugging it in and putting a battery on. I have many monitors. It's still inconvenient in real life, real world use, right? So something as simple as this bag that comes with it is nice. The problem is the lavalier comes in a bag also. The problem is they don't fit together. I gotta carry 2 bags. I'm just saying, they should just make something that holds it all together, that kind of has like a pocket for like your lavalier that can slide in or something, just a little bit bigger, a different option maybe, unless they came out with the idea of having the wireless go and they designed it after the fact. I'm not really sure. I'm not telling them to design or change the design. I'm just asking, can you add an accessory, the little clip-on rubber top or something that's gonna stick that you can easily peel off, an accessory, a different style bag that would allow, I don't know if you can, but I think I heard somebody said you can hook multiple ones of these to one receiver or transmitter or whatever it is. Maybe have a bag that's bigger that can hold 2 sets, or have a bag that can hold 1 set in a lav. That's reasonable. And also have room for this somehow. Maybe have a pouch with a string hanging off with a little pouch so it dangles, but it's together. I'm just saying, just my opinion. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, if I had the materials, I'll just craft it up right now, sew it together, and boom, there you go. But I don't. So with that being said, I don't know if this video is even gonna get seen, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like the purpose for what I bought this for. I just wish that they would add maybe some thoughtful few accessories. See in the picture, they have a button-up shirt. Can you see? This ain't focusing. They have a button-up shirt. We're not always gonna wear a button-up shirt. I'm just saying. And also, it comes with a USB-C cable. I wish it came with a power brick, but I guess they assume that you have one for your phone, and you got the cord. It'd be nice to have all of that inside a pouch. Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just making suggestions. I think there's different uses that people will have for your product, and I think that if you I don't know, send samples out to people who use it differently, I think it'll give you great feedback on the real world use of some of your products. Make sure you do everything at top level, at your top level. You're in no competition with anybody except yourself. Your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, later. Hey, what's going on? So, based on the video that I talked about, well, I recorded this the other day. So, I said I wish that they put a little cap on this end because it gets dusty, right? So what I did is, because I got the new dead cats that's coming in, I cut one of the old ones up. I cut the dead cat off and I stuffed the foam piece in there. And to be honest, the foam piece fits actually better than I thought. It's not the dead cat, and I don't even think it's these prongs. There's a piece of foam in here that's super long, and it extends past the bottom of this piece. And what happens is, it makes it too hard to push in, because it has a lot of tension going against pushing in. I don't know if that makes sense. Wondering if this cap kind of like rigged up a little bit, if it'll actually act as a so I got a cheap mic here as a windscreen, sort of. So this is what I cut off, this black piece. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost it. I ain't even looking for it. If this was half the height, let me see, how can I hold this? Hold on, me trying to hold this at the same time with the mic is kind of difficult. Let me put my finger in the bottom. All right, look. If it was half the height, which I think I could rig it up, cut the top off, and then make some adjustments, it might work. So tell me what this sounds like. Me holding it just like this with the raw mic, and now I'm gonna put this cap on. So originally I was gonna use this cap just to cover from debris getting inside the microphone when I'm not using it, so it protrudes a little too much. But because it's hollow, I left the foam in it because I didn't want, and I crunched it up and I cut the bottom off because it's too big. Close your ears for one quick second. All right, so now it's on. The same position. Mic test, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Now I'm gonna take it off. Hold your ears. Close your ears. So when this is on here, it doesn't even come off, so it protrudes a little bit. That's pretty much it. All right, so I'll catch you in the next one, and this is just a real quick recap of what I was already saying. I'm gonna insert this into the video, so let's get right back to the ending. All right.
Gotta live your life, you aiming everything at top level.